reiterating what Gyanji just said right now, is that I think it's very important to have a direct relationship with the advertisers. So our ambition at Indian Express is to kick out the networks as best as we can. We want to have all our inventory sold directly. And I think slight difference maybe also with the fact that we think of ourselves as a slightly higher profile, intelligent reading sort of audience. So for us, the focus always comes to increasing rates. And the only way to increase rates, I think as Krishna rightly said, is to have a direct relationship with the advertiser. So far we've not been very happy with the ad exchanges, but I think combination, like Jan was saying right now, is probably the right thing to do. Maybe as we get more involved, we'll be able to do that. So far, the Indian ad exchanges that we have worked with, they don't pay on time, they don't pay at all very often. Um, uh, the arbitrage is huge. It's so huge, you can see it right in front of you, and so far, I think we have been pretty happy talking to advertisers directly. Enormous growth has come because of that, and 70% is the fill-through rate that we have been witnessing the last 8 months. More than 70% at least for the last 8 months. Which is a good place to be, but also means that our page views haven't. We should be growing even faster. That means if you're putting 70% of our traffic. So yeah, overall, I think we're competing with ad networks because the largest ad network is Google, and Google is going to give you the lowest sort of yield on your page views. So direct relationships, I think, is the way forward.
Excellent, thank you. I guess to you two that are using them, are you using ad exchanges for anything more than display advertising, or are you looking at them for other different advertising formats as well?
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, we at least my philosophy is that the way I run it is everything else competes. So for example, if there's a bulk buy that's happening on network, it wants to do bulk buy. The only discussion I have is on rates. A person can get a better rate. You will so we completely run on a price priority. A very simple organization, everything is for sale, but it goes to the high bidder. So that way, the teams are competing, and that will happen also in the direct sales team. So if you got a deal, but someone will get you a better rate, so that rate will precede what you have. So we run it like that. Inventories are open, though there's certain things that we have kept exclusively, for large advertiser that we don't release to networks. But other than that, I think, and plus we also have a different strategy for the international traffic that we have, because we get a significant traffic from outside India, and none of the Indian advertisers are actually, really interested in buying that kind of a traffic. So for that, for them, then we open that inventory to the international advertiser or networks.
I think that's a great area where you could effectively use network is international. Because it's very difficult to have a salesperson sitting in America or Britain trying to monetize that content. Where we're using networks now effectively is in our entertainment section, for instance. The Indian Express as a brand doesn't sort of easily lend itself to entertainment content. I mean, it's more serious political, that kind of stuff. So the advertisers who we talk to and who like us and who have long-term, deep, repeat relationships with us are people looking for our op-ed pages, or people looking for our political pages. On the entertainment section, we'd love to talk to somebody who has got all the sort of FMCGs and all the sort of young targeted advertisers. We can deal with them because we don't immediately plan on talking to those guys directly. So I think that is the two areas we could sort of talk to networks.
I suppose the other question that I would have would be, what are some of the key factors that you all would look at in a partner for an ad exchange? I heard you mention granular controls. I heard you mention credit worthiness. I think earlier when we were talking, the price and all that. What are some of those key factors that our audience should be looking for as they analyze whether to work with ad exchange partners or not?
See, I think for us, it's always what kind of a brand that he's representing, what is the creditworthiness. That's a very important factor for us, because one of the reasons also we work with networks is that we don't have bad debts with them. There are no payment issues with them. It's a more of a programmatic cycle that runs out across. So creditworthiness is a big thing. Second thing we obviously look for is a scale. We don't want to run a network, giving us like few $1,000s a month, and not really able to scale up. So if the advertiser is not really able to scale up and cater to take up a larger volume, and then we really discontinue that network. And then third for us is the rate, which we like to control. So whenever we get a network on board, we clearly define what's the base rate that we need. And on that base rate, if they can commit a volume, that's only when we open up a network. Otherwise, we don't.
And are you enforcing that through your ad server or as just
Both.
a policy?
So both. So we are enforcing that to the ad server, and plus also, we see the dashboard every day. Rather we are, and if a day the dashboard doesn't really live up to the ECPM, we discontinue that. We don't. That's something rates we are very clear about. We don't want to go beyond a certain point.
Excellent.
No, I'll agree on the scale thing. If you've got a network and suddenly, for whatever reason, you had a bad month, your direct sales had a bad month, you expect the network to fill up what you're not going to be able to sell. And if you're not talking to a person who's big enough, that is the point because you're expecting that. So I think scale is pretty